G'day. I got a message from someone who's just getting into kayak paddling. They're a ski paddler, and of course a lot of masters anyway, like I was when I got into paddling, start off in surf skis and then get into kayaks. And the first thing we discover is the seat and foot plate can be, well, they take a lot longer to get used to compared to the surf ski, which most people can just jump in and you set the leg length and away you go. One of the hardest things to get right in a K1 is your seat, because you're sitting at your feet, your bum is generally sitting higher than your feet, so ergonomically it's a little bit different, and also the contact space you've got that you're sitting on is much different than a ski. In a ski, of course, when you're sitting in it, you've got a lot more area in contact with the ski. So when you're leg driving or you're pushing, you've got a lot more area to take the pressure. Whereas when you're sitting on a kayak seat, and I've just grabbed this one out of an old riverboat for demonstration purposes, but when you're sitting on a kayak seat, you've just got your sit bones, and if you push back, your coccyx and area. So of course, with that much reduced contact area, the problem comes in that you can get sores, develop sores, or rub the skin off your coccyx. And straight away, I'm going to tell you, that's exactly what my experience probably for the first 2 or 3 years of paddling was. And what I realised in a ski as well is, because your heels are higher in a ski than they are in a K1, you tend to develop a bit of a slouched paddling style. So you can see I've got a bit of a rounded back, and you can get away with it because the ski is a lot more forgiving for that poor posture. What I discovered is what I needed to do was get my posture better. So I needed to be able to tilt my hips forward, arch my back, and I don't know if you can see it from the camera, but basically get off the back of the seat. The other thing that helps to do that is to tighten your foot strap, and you can actually, so when you're leg driving, you can actually pull yourself, pull that knee up and down, so you're helping with your rotation, but you're helping yourself get upright as well. Whereas if your foot strap's loose, you can leg drive, but you can't help sort of pull yourself into that more upright position off the back of the seat. So that is probably the hardest thing to learn how to do, is to get your foot strap tighter, pull yourself into an upright position, slightly leaning forward, and concentrate as you're leg driving, keep your coccyx off the back of the seat. Of course, when you sprint, you're going to be like powering, and it's probably still going to rub, but when you're in training, try and get up, get that nice straight back up, and get over your stroke. And it should be easier in a K1 because you can get the seat higher, so you should be able to get that more forward position, and that's where stability comes in. Make sure you're in a stable enough kayak that your feet are low enough, you can get your seat right up, so you can take advantage of that superior ergonomics and get off the back of that seat. Other things that you can do to try and prevent that chafing, I'm wearing funky pants. They've basically got 2 layers to them, so that as one layer is stuck on the seat, the other layer is able to slide with the seat, so it reduces some of that friction. Or some people find that the padded, the shorts, the paddling pants with the pads in them, that are usually much bigger, they can help reduce that chafing as well. And then even after all these years of paddling a K1, when you're doing loads of kilometres, like I am at the moment, probably doing over 100 Ks a week at the moment, even just the action of moving your butt cheeks like that, and if you haven't got a lot of fat, even just that can cause splits in basically your ass crack, where your coccyx is. And I mentioned the other day about the tape that I put on my feet, and I'll just give you a quick glimpse, but basically I end up having to tape down around my coccyx and that. Most of the time it's for protection, but if you do get chafing, then that can help heal it much quicker as well. But there, I hope that's been helpful for those of you getting into kayak paddling from the ski.